Today we have the Ruck Plate Carrier 3.0. It's the RPC 3.0 from GORUCK, third generation of the bag they made just to carry, you named it, ruck plates. And so this is the 20 and 30 pound size. Fantastic for me because that's really all I need to carry. They also make a 45 pound size, so if that's your jam, get the bigger one. But for me, if I wanted a bigger weight load, I would go with the Rucker. But anyway, this is a 20 and 30 pound size of the Ruck Plate Carrier. It's got a ton of features that they learned from the Rucker 3.0 and 4.0 designs, so it's drastically improved. Let's take a look at everything that makes the RPC 3.0 the best thing for Murph. Let's take a look.
So this is the video about the Ruck Plate Carrier 3.0, RPC 3.0. It's the third generation of the Ruck Plate Carrier by GORUCK, a fantastic way to weight yourself down for Murph. I've had this thing for a couple weeks now. They just came out with the 3.0 about a month ago, and I've had this to evaluate, and this is way better than the previous editions of the Ruck Plate Carrier, and it is a very slimmed down version of the way to carry a ruck plate. And again, it's just what it sounds like, Ruck Plate Carrier. It carries a ruck plate by GORUCK, so the dimensions of the Rucker sized ruck plates fit in here perfectly. One thing to be aware of though, and this is the standard size, carries the 20 and 30 pound size plates. They also make a 45 pound variant, which would carry the bigger plate. And really the 45 pounder sized would carry the 20 and 30 pound plates, but it's going to be kind of sloppy and not at all what you would want. So if you're going to only use the 20 or 30 pound size plate, then I would get this one. And really for the Murph, the weight for males at least is 20 pounds. So that's what I have in here for just generally working out at the gym, adding a little bit of a weight when I don't need the ruck on my back. So you can do almost any activity with this thing to add a little bit of a resistance to your training. Pull-ups, dips, you can run with it. I've done almost everything. The only thing that I wouldn't recommend doing with this is jumping rope. So if you're doing double unders, this would not be something I would use because it just elevates on your back and it just is not possible. If you're going to use weight for that, then I would go with the traditional plate carrier with our front and back plates. So let's talk about the outside inside features of this. Well, it's really all outside because the inside is just a plate carrier, but let's talk about the improvements that they made in the Ruck Plate Carrier on the outside. What's awesome about the Ruck Plate Carrier 3.0 is that GORUCK took everything they've been learning about the Rucker development, and they took all the improvements from the 3 and the 4.0 Ruckers and they put it in the Ruck Plate Carrier. So what does that really mean? The previous editions were 1000D Cordura everywhere, and that included the back and inside of the straps. Now we get the 210D on the back panel and on the inside. So if you're the type of person who wants to work out shirtless, this is the bag for you because this is gonna be very it's not going to be as abrasive as the 1000D variants. Now it's going to still cause some abrasions, but it just depends on what you're doing, the temperature, climate, and how often you ruck or work out shirtless. But other things that come with this that are standard: sternum strap, awesome. It's already installed, don't have to mess with it. And the ability, you can move it up and down depending on what you want to do. The straps on the front are no different than what's on the Rucker. We'll get out the Rucker here in a second and compare it. This is exactly what it is. This is a ruck plate pocket. Very similar to what they put in the Ruckers, and they just make it its own standalone product with straps. Now they've also added a padded handle on the top, so now you could swing this thing like a kettlebell. And easy to transport around. That's the only other handle, nothing on the bottom. They also, and again in the Rucker 4.0, the plate pocket is fantastic because they added some padding in the top. So that padding cushions the plate when it connects with your head if you're down in a plank position doing a bear crawl. There's no way to put a hip belt on this thing, so really you get what you get, and if you were to decide to do something inverted, that plate pocket's probably going to slide forward and hit you. So it's good to have a little bit of padding just in case you forget. Now the other big addition to this one compared to previous, aside from the 210, the 210 really is the biggest improvement, is that you've got this now installed lumbar pad, and it is very similar to what you see on the Rucker 4.0 and 3.0. This plate, this lumbar pad just really adds to the overall comfort on this ruck plate carrier, just because again it just adds a little bit of lumbar support and it just kind of fits on your back a little bit better. Again, this is a completely flat plate, so it doesn't curve to your back at all, so to have some lumbar support is great, and it definitely makes this bag a heck of a lot more comfortable. Now the ruck plate carrier is available in a bunch of colors, like I said, a couple different sizes. They make a smaller size, which I assume is just the size of the straps, because really the plate pocket is the plate pocket, and it carries again the 20 and 30 pound plates. This is in Tropic Multicam, one of my more favorite colors now recently. Multicam black is still the best, but Tropic Multicam is kind of that big, boom, green in your face. Comes with a patch panel, so you can put whatever motivational patch that you want. This is for Murph, particularly. Now, what should you get, or why is this awesome? This is awesome because it's an economical way to get into weighted walking or rucking. So this is just very simple. It's just a plate pocket, but you don't have the whole ruck around it, which is positive and negative. It's simpler, it's cheaper. Now, you can't carry water, so you're really going to need some other way to carry water with you if you're going to just use this for rucking. And for me, it's not rucking. I don't use this at all for rucking. I use this for weighted workouts, and really it's for Murph. It's for Murph training and the Murph event, because it's by far the best way to do it. More on that later. But if you were going to use this for rucking, you would need some other way, and this is the GORUCK Boogie Bag Mark II. This is really the way I carry additional items if I were to carry this out rucking, because you can put a little water bottle in here, phone, anything else in the GORUCK Boogie Bag. Big fan of the Boogie Bag. The advantage of the ruck plate carrier over, say, a weight vest, and this is not a weight vest, this is a plate carrier. This is the Cry jumpable plate carrier. This is what I've used for other events. I use this for the tactical games and training for that, and this thing is just fantastic. So this is more of the duty rig, because I can carry stuff on it that I might need, and it fits, and it is a traditional plate carrier front and back. Now the advantage to this, the RPC 3.0 from GORUCK, is the fact that if you're going to do Murph or some other physical activity and you don't need the plate protection that this offers, then it's way easier to breathe, because you don't have this front plate on your front just constricting you. And no matter what plate carrier you get, it's going to constrict you some way because there's weight in it. And this is by far, in my experience, the most comfortable plate carrier that I've ever seen or worn, and I tried a bunch before I trained for the tactical games. So here we go, side by side with the 4.0. And, you know, of course they're in the same color, so they just make sense. But again, this has got the 30 pound plate in it right now, and this has got just the 20 pounder, because that's all I required for Murph, and so that's really all I've been training with. Now the plate pocket, as we'll see, is very similar. This one, the ruck plate pocket, or the RPC 3.0, has these openings in the bottom corners, which you don't have on at least the 20 liter version of the Rucker 4.0. I know it's not on the bigger version either, but the real similarity is this top flap that you can really can't hard to see in this photo or video, but the front pocket is just essentially the same. It's got the same padding on the top, which would, you know, protect your head if that plate slid forward and connected with you. So you can see a lot of similarities in how they designed both of these devices. The back panel, you know, obviously the Rucker, a lot bigger, and that plate's kind of wreaking havoc. Much bigger and deeper lumbar support in the Rucker compared to the RPC 3.0, but that's what you expect. It's a bigger bag. You could have a ton more gear in here than just the plate, which is in this one. Again, this carries both the Rucker size, the shorter, squattier size ruck plates by GORUCK. A couple other companies make plates in the same style and dimensions, so other things would fit, but the Ruck ones are by far my recommendation if you were to get a Ruck Plate Carrier. Now, this is, like I said, very, very affordable, but the price right here, if you were just to get this. The benefit too is if you're just getting started in rucking or weighted walking or whatever you're doing, want to add some weight to your workout, this is a very economical way. And if you were to get the bundled version of this and a plate, you're saving 15% right now on the GORUCK. So I'll put a link of both to both the product itself and the bundle link to this, and you can pick the color and size and the plate that you get shipped with it. Again, 15% off versus if you were to buy both of these. And then you're really set up for the future, because now you've got a way to just ruck and begin, and then if you decide to upgrade to a rucker, you already have the plate. So again, I would recommend getting a 20-pound plate and the rucker size that fits you, or I'm sorry, the RPC that fits you before you upgrade to a rucker. And again, this isn't overly expensive compared to the rest of the GORUCK bags. It's a very good product on how to get into rucking if you were to just go with the Rucker 4.0. And I got a review here of just the Rucker 4.0. But this is not about that. This is about the RPC 3.0, which again is the best tool for Murph. There you go.
So there you go, that's the Ruck Plate Carrier 3.0, a fantastic entrance into the weighted category for Murph if you needed something and you didn't want to wear the rucksack. So definitely go check out the RPC 3.0. It's got all the fantastic features that they developed at GORUCK for their Rucker 3.0 and 4.0. And so yeah, this thing's fantastic. Very light on the back, minimalist way to carry weight. So get outside, enjoy it, train for Murph, and hope to see you out there on Memorial Day doing the old Murph workout.